Also, this guy CruelTube had mirrored all of my subscriptions and favorited all of my videos. I think I had 3 at the time, which I found rather odd. Okay, to show you what I'm talking about, here are CruelTube's first page of subscriptions at that time. Amiga Cam, The Dave, Rainbow Boob, and Jeepers Media, none of whom I subscribed to. Help Truth, Mart, which I was not subscribed to. I'm not sure why that's there. Bob the Parrot, yes, I subscribed to that. He made a mistake with Union Kid 15. At the time that he did this, I was not subscribed to Union Kid 15 and have not been since. Yellow Coconut, Moon Pie Aiden, Johnny Switchblade, YT Watchdog, and Up Down Mostly. Those are all mine. I'm sure he wouldn't have subscribed to those just on his own initiative. He did it to somehow irritate me or imitate me or something. I'm not sure what was going on in his head. Now let's move along. Now we're looking at page 2 of his subscriptions. Billy7766, Dax Slame, YourTube Advocate, which I was indeed subscribed to at the time. I didn't realize that it was a scam yet. Rabbit Ape, and that is the end of my subscriptions. The rest, Creepy Boo, Mindbee, The Sock Detective, Not The Sock Detective, Truth Fairy 282, Klingon Master. Not sure about Jason Speaks. He was the YourTube Advocate. Shinri was somebody he was thinking of harassing. Sherliner, who was Amiga Cam, and was Dr. Fail, and there's a few other people. Sub7, who is now the ghost of Sub7, and Hank Whiteman is also Sherliner. Hank Whiteman is an account that's still around. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Lauren. Now, I asked him why the heck he was subscribed to that. It's a very strange subscription. Never did get an explanation for that one. Or the next one. I don't know what that one's about. Oh boy is my mom. I don't know. And Zack Attack 2 was another person that he was thinking of harassing. I'm not sure if he's laid off him or not. I think he did. For some reason they've decided to focus in on me. So I started investigating his subscriptions and subscribers that revealed an interesting pattern. Every time I would go to one of his subscribers, I would find that he was subscribed to all the same people, and so on and so on and so on. At this point, most of those people, or I should say accounts, I guess, not people. The people are still around. The accounts are gone, suspended. They've been replaced by equivalent accounts, presumably the same people. What I eventually discovered was that most of these people belonged to something called the Yahweh clan, which I had never heard of. When I went to look it up, I discovered that it was related to the Encyclopedia Dramatica. I noticed, first of all, that they claim to have something called the Birth Mother 88 as a main account. I don't think that that's actually true, although Birth Mother 88 is an account that exists and is definitely a part of the Yahweh clan. I don't think that she is the first or a leader or anything. You never see any activity from that account, really. It's just an account that basically makes fun of black people. Okay, so what the heck was that all about? Who is this CruelTube guy? And if it was this Rue woman, the Devil in Heels, that I pissed off, why was this other guy the first one to do something? Unfortunately, answers are harder to come by than are questions when you are dealing with Encyclopedia Dramatica and the Yahweh clan. And that's the first mistake that I made, was to think of them as separate entities. they're not. Presumably this Cruel Tube was some kind of ED hanger-on, not really important member of the Allway clan, if he was a member at all officially. According to the sock detective, he was probably some guy that was having something called an E-fling with Killer Kangaroo, I think, Devil in Heels, whatever. E-filling is not a term that I'm too familiar with, but I guess I can use my imagination and sort of figure out what that's all about. But I want to draw your attention to Mike Skehan's involvement in this too, because he's integral, as is everyone else affiliated with ED. The ends are all the same, the means are all the same. Anyway, the possibility exists that this Cruel Tube, or he's now Crueler Tube, it's still an account that's open, still gets logged into from time to time, may have been somebody called Wolf Mama, according to the sock detective, although I don't know any history there. I don't see anything there. When I look at a year-old account that hasn't been logged into for a year, I kind of have my doubts. There's maybe some indication that he could be a guy named Brad that has a MySpace account and apparently is in Missouri. Has an account here called Lying Friar. But I don't want to make an accusation. It could very well be that they just have the same taste, i.e. Willy Wonka. That's the only thing I can find to connect them, and Crueler Tube has favored in one of those Willy Wonka videos that Lying Friar has up. Doesn't necessarily mean a thing, so I'm not making any accusation there. That's about all I know about that. It was this Crueler Tube guy, or Cruel Tube at the time, who initiated this whole thing with something being between me and Gully Paca. I doubt if it was his idea. It was probably something that was come up with somebody from, somebody else in Galway or whatever. But since I was his main assignment, apparently he was the first one to start moving in that direction, and he was the one who posted a pretty nasty interpretation of one of Gully Paca's videos, and that led me to suggest to Gully Paca on his temporary account that he have his parents DMCA the video, which led to a very long comment battle on that video that I'm not proud of. I should not have allowed myself to engage like that, but I was really pissed off. I would like to think I know better now, but I probably don't. I still have a temper from time to time. I'm just the kind of person that I don't like to be messed with. They had no way of knowing that, of course, at the time when they started. I think they're beginning to get the idea now. So I'm not sure what the next video is going to be about exactly yet. There's so much that I could go into in terms of detail about what happened, during this, what was really the high point for the Allway clan during the summer and early fall of 2007. Anyway, I'll give it considerable thought and put some work into it, and we'll just try to see how deep this rabbit hole really goes.